Hey all, Peyton Marine here. Going to do yet another matter of fact. Today is going to be Codex Dark Angels. Again, so another one. I have the Codex here so I can actually look it up. Although I don't play Dark Angels, I used to. It was one of the first things I got into, and I also just love the fluff of the Fallen and Luther and the Lion and Cypher, and I really like the idea that I still think that Cypher has right. I don't think he's a bad guy. Like everyone kind of gives him a bad rap. Um, but yeah, so they do hold a special little secret spot on my heart, I guess. You know, after my Salamanders and Cacardons, the Dark Ages are still kicking about in there in the shadows. But for that reason, I do collect the codexes for them when they come out. So. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into this. So we've got a few erratas. Looks like 3 and 2 FAQs, 2 questions people ask. So the first one is on page 94. Let's flip to that, and company champion. So page 94. Company champion. All right, let's see. Change the unit description to read. Company champion is a single model armed with a bolt pistol, bladed Caliban, frag grenade, crack grenade, and combat shield. So, a company champion is a single model armed with a bolt pistol, bladed Caliban, frag grenades, and crack grenades. So, he has, let's see, pistol, bladed Caliban. Yeah. So, the only thing here, the only change is they've added in a combat shield. So I guess because here in the abilities it says combat shield, this model has a 5+ invul save. I'm wondering if people thought that they had to pay the additional points, that he didn't just come with it, or I'm not sure. Well, I guess you always have to pay for all your war gear. So I'm not really 100% sure why they decided, I could see that as just an ability, I guess. Looking at company veterans, that's not on here. Because it says here, each model is armed with a bolt pistol, chainsword, frag grenades, and crack grenades. Oh, okay. I still don't. But then under abilities, it says combat shield. But this combat shield says a model equipped with a combat shield has a 5+ invul save. So under war gear options, so that's where the thing is. So for company veterans, it specifically says here under war gear options, any model may take a combat shield, but under company champion, there is no war gear options. It just has what weapons, abilities, and faction keywords. So they added that in there to say, yes, you don't get to pick what he's carrying, but he is carrying a combat shield. That's why he has the ability that says combat shield. And that's also why it doesn't say if you equip it. It just straight out says combat shield. This model has a 5+ invul. So, okay. I can see why some people maybe try to argue it. Everybody will try to argue anything they see. Like, oh, he can't take a combat shield. It's not in his war gear options. Like, yeah, but he has this ability. So, you could still even say, well, he still has the ability. Like, whether or not that's just what the ability is called. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, 137. Oh, I gotta flip way in the back for this one. Alright, 137. Speed of the Raven is a stratagem. Here we go. So right now, for 1 command point, use this stratagem when one of your when one of your Raven Wing units advances. The unit can still shoot and charge this turn. And in addition, so we're adding, the unit does not suffer the penalty to hit rolls for advancing and firing assault weapons. Okay, so there's no negative effect to advancing and shooting. Okay. 142. Point values on elites. Remove the entry for the chapter champion. So, chapter champion 160 points. Wonder why that is, because I think because chapter champion, I'm not sure. I'm wondering if it wasn't like a typo, like the chapter champion is only in the the Space Marine Codex, and that's why. I'm gonna take a quick look here and see. Because I haven't played Dark Angels in a while. I just kind of collect things here and there, just as we go along. So elites looking. Don't see it. Deathwing Knights, Deathwing Ancient, Deathwing Squad, Deathwing Champion, Company Champion, Chapter Ancient, Deathwing Apothecary, Company Veterans, Company Ancient, Primaris Ancient. Primaris Apothecary. Yeah, so it's just not there. It's not a choice for them. Okay, so that is it for the Codex Errata. Now on to the FAQs. Question: if I use the intractable stratagem to allow a unit that has fallen back to shoot, would they still suffer the penalty to their hit rolls for moving when firing heavy weapons? Answer is yes. Heavy weapons, unless otherwise, I guess they will always get that -1 for moving. And question: can an enemy model be affected by the Mind Wipe psychic power more than once per battle? Yes, they can. Let me look up the Mind Wipe power real quick so we can get a good idea. I just saw them. Relics. There we go. Mind Worm. Not Mind Worm, Mind Wipe. Mind Wipe, here we go. Mind Wipe has a warp charge value of 7. If manifested, choose an enemy model within 18 inches of the Psyker that is visible to him. Each player then rolls a d6 and adds their model's leadership characteristics to their result. If your opponent scores higher, or if the scores are drawn, nothing happens. If the score is higher, the enemy model reduces its leadership, ballistic skill, weapon skill characteristics by 1 for the rest of the battle, i.e. a ballistic skill of 3+ is reduced to 4. Okay, so yeah, so once per battle, so you can use this many times throughout the game. Obviously, not more than once in a particular turn. So, all right, well, that's interesting. Good to know. Yeah, all right, well, until next time, I will see you all.